Yo, what up?
What up, though? This is yours truly, the former co-host of the LaBert the Jerk Show. I was fired and I didn't get the email. I guess I was personally fired and didn't know I was fired. So now you just got the superstar, yours truly, LaBert the Jerk.
Yeah, that's not true, man. That's not true. That is not true. I did not fire you, man.
So
It was just one show, man.
yeah, that's what happened. But guess what? There's no title for this. This is called "Get In Where You Fit In" at.
Right.
Why you getting mad about people talking about Trump, man? Like, what's up with you? Like, why that? Why, man? I mean, what's the deal?
I mean, I'm not really getting mad at it. It's just the whole point, man, that, it just seemed like people just going after him and they need to think about,
Yeah.
they need to think about, what about things on the state level? Things that these people have voted on, you know, to put these people in place for these types of things to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like they all putting it on
So
the
is it safe to
president.
say that you?
I mean, they all putting this whole entire thing on just the president, and that's it. Like even the president has advisors and a whole entire thing that he has to go through a meeting. He has to meet with the heads of state, the heads of every organization, um, every key organization that's in government. He has to meet all the heads to make any type of move, to make
No.
any type of speech, to do anything. You know what I'm saying? He has to go through them.
So
He doesn't up
so
and
is it
just
safe to
say
say that you don't believe?
he just don't just get up and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna make a speech today about the blah 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 blah." It's going to be questions. Well, sir, do you
Hey,
think it's a good idea for you to do this and good idea for you to do that? It's always going to be questions and stuff like that, and people is not taking into consideration that you know things just ain't run like that. They not.
he does it. He does it with his tweets, though. He just gets up and whatever, and he just tweets shit.
But even with his tweets, do you not think that there are other people who are going who are saying, well, you can't tweet that, or you can't tweet this, or you can't tweet that. You can't give this information and stuff. Don't you think that the president has people who doesn't like he just doesn't just wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, then I'm going to tweet something." No, that stuff has to be cleared through his
Yes,
publicist.
he does.
That stuff has to be cleared by his publicist, though.
So is this safe to say that you don't think that he has fucked up as a president at all?
I mean, not to the point where people are saying. I mean, he hasn't fucked up no more than any other unexperienced president has. Obama was unexperienced. I mean,
I
inexperienced. He was
I
inexperienced.
totally disagree. I totally don't agree. And
Obama,
Obama was more experienced than Trump. And further,
man,
and furthermore, Trump. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you right now where he fucked up at. His whole haircut game was fucked up. That's one thing he totally fucked up on.
well,
Now, what you
shit,
got to say about that?
his haircut game ain't gonna run the country just because you got a bold haircut. I ain't gonna run the country.
Second thing, he always want to fire everybody, but not yet. He didn't fire his makeup artist. His makeup artist got his ass out here like a ripe peach or one of them. I mean, come on, man. He's fucking up. You gotta admit, he fucking up.
I mean, but even with the way he looks, man, it's it has nothing to do with running the country or dealing with
Okay,
a
so
whole
why he got a
entire
fake wife? Like you know he rented.
or dealing with a whole entire body of government that you have to deal with that's constantly like saying no, 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 no. And he's like, well, look, this don't make no sense. Why y'all keep saying this? Just because you hate me, or because it makes sense? And this is what should be happening. You know, I don't
Now
get it.
you
I,
know he rented. You know he rented his wife from Putin, right? That ain't his real wife. He rented her.
well, I mean, it's a long term rent then, if that's the case, don't you think?
Nah, it's just for a couple years.
Well, shit, they've been married for many years.
No, technically speaking, she married to Putin. He just fixed up the paperwork.
Well, shit, technically, Bernie and Putin are best friends. How about that? How about technically Hillary Clinton?
Look, man.
Hillary Clinton was emailing the Russians for help to try to take down Donald Trump, so she could win the presidency. Donald Trump didn't do that. She did.
Nah, it was it wasn't proven about her Hillary Clinton on emails. There's nothing been proven.
Dude, it's obvious. It's obvious. She
Nah,
asked
uh-uh.
she wanted the Russians to help her do the same thing that they claimed that Donald Trump did. The same exact thing.
Hey, I need everybody to email and leave comments to help me against this guy, man. This guy, he's talking crazy with Donald Trump, man. Look,
Well, no,
LaBert the Jerk,
well,
like
no,
it sounds,
because
LA.
because I'm not because
LaBert
I'm
the
not.
Jerk at gmail.com.
I'm not speaking off of feelings. See, that's the difference between me and liberals. I don't speak on feelings.
Uh-huh.
I speak on facts, and that's the only way I can
Oh,
go. That's
yeah?
the only thing I can go
What?
off of facts. Not
Okay,
feelings, not
but you
how.
don't have no facts. You don't have no facts, because we talked about this. There's no facts that prove that Trump has done more for black people than Obama. Period.
It's a fact.
That's not a fact. We read that already. It don't show that.
Yes, it does show that. Yes, it does.
There's no fact. It says that the only positive stuff that he had nothing to do with helping black folks. It was something else. We went through this already.
What did it have doing? The stock market?
I got to pull it back up so I can be quoted correctly. But it wasn't helping black people. That wasn't it.
Well, who was it supposed to be helping then? If it wasn't black people?
Now, we didn't pull that up. We didn't do the research on that, like who was the president of all that helped black people. I don't know that. Do you own a Donald Trump shirt?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's my right to. Just like I
Why
own
do
a
you want? Why do you have one?
because I choose to have one.
You wear it all the time.
Yes, I do.
You feel good when you put it on.
Oh no, it's just a hat. That's all it boils down to. Is
Oh, you
just
got
a
a hat
hat.
too?
It's just a shirt. It's just a hat. That's all.
I heard you got a tattoo too.
No, I don't have a tattoo.
You don't have a Donald Trump tattoo.
No. Why would I?
I heard you do. I don't know. I'm about to ask you. I want to know.
I mean, why would I put someone else's name that's not my parents' name on my body? That's dumb.
Hey, that's what I want to know. I don't know.
And anybody who puts someone else's name that they don't know personally on their arm
Uh-huh.
is stupid.
Uh.
Because for one, that shit's
That's
permanent.
it. They're only stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's true. Is that the only thing they are? Is stupid?
Yeah. What else? What else can it be but stupid?
Okay. All right. I'm just checking.
I mean, just because I like just because um what's her name? I'm trying to think of her name now. Just because Sadie Santana is my favorite porn star doesn't mean I'm gonna get a
Whoa!
tattoo.
Why is that your favorite porn star? What about her? Like, what drawing you to her?
Because I like her.
Why?
Because she's my type of woman.
Oh, you got a type?
Yeah, that's my type.
Ah, here we go. For you ladies out there, y'all listening. Y'all want to put y'all bids in. LaBertTheJerkShow at gmail.com or leave comments below. Subscribe. You want to put your bid in. We're going to find out right now what's LaBert the Jerk, a.k.a. Mr. Donald Trump type. Go for it. What's your type, man?
What? I just said it. That's my type. That's my type. I like Sadie Santana.
You like
She
porn stars that,
Go ahead.
okay? Like, what is she? She black, white,
She's black and
she's
Native
skinny.
American.
She's a Native American.
Yeah, she's black and Native American.
Okay. All right. She got long hair, short hair, bald head, afro.
Oh, I mean she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful.
See, guys, I got to try to get it out of him. He's not going to provide us with the information freely. I got to drag it out of him. All
No,
right. She wears lipstick, nails. What? What about her?
I mean if you really want to know what Sadie Santana looked like, you can actually
Yeah.
I have a picture of her.
You got a picture.
Yeah, I got a picture of her.
Okay. Now, I wonder does she wears the Erica Badu scent as perfume?
Probably not. I don't know.
Okay. Top five. She's number one.
Yeah, she's my number one,
All right.
hands
Where's
down.
the rest of your four?
I mean, she's definitely beautiful.
All right. You got to give me four more.
For more what?
Your top five chicks.
My top five?
Yeah.
Like what? Like Stacey Dash?
What would she be? Number two?
Stacey Dash would probably be like number three for me.
She's a Trump supporter too.
Well, I don't know her political affiliation, and it's not important to me.
I can tell.
It's not that important to me.
I can tell Stacey Dash
How can you tell from just looking at
because
somebody?
how her nose is. You see how her nose is pointy and long like a coon. She votes for Trump.
Like a what?
Like a coon, like a female coon.
Like a female coon. What is a female coon?
Yeah, Stacey Dash.
But what is that?
That's what it says in the dictionary. It just says Stacey Dash. That's the whole definition.
I mean, that still made no sense though. I mean, like What is the word coon? What is that?
I looked it up, and it doesn't give nothing, but it just says Stacey Dash. We look up coon, it says Stacey Dash.
Well, I beg to differ because I'm looking at the definition. I'm looking at the definition of coon right now.
What is your dictionary say?
No, it's not my dictionary. It's the dictionary.
What does the dictionary say?
A coon is short for raccoon. That's
Mm-hmm.
what a coon is.
Yep. Stacey Dash. See what I mean?
Well, I mean, Stacey Dash is human and not a raccoon. So, I don't know how
She has a
accurate that is.
raccoon look. She has a raccoon nose.
Well, I don't understand how you can have a raccoon nose and she's not a raccoon.
Who's your top two chicks? You got 1 and 3. You need 2 and 5 now.
Halle Berry.
Where's she at?
She number two.
All right, who's your number 5?
You mean four?
Let me guess this one. Yeah, number 4. Let
Okay,
me
go
guess
ahead.
it. Oprah
Okay.
Winfrey.
No.
Oprah Winfrey.
Nope.
Damn it. Gail King.
Nope.
Let me see. Number 4. Wait a minute. Who number 5? I got confused. Who number 5?
There's nobody that's number five because we only said four.
What? No, we gotta get top 5.
But
So
you
the
said,
first one was the porn star, right?
well, you said name four.
No, top 5. I was always top 5. So the first one was the porn star. The second one was Stacey Dash, and the third one, no, you okay? Hold on. Who's number 3?
No, number three is Stacey Dash. Number two is Halle Berry.
Yeah, 2 is Holly Berry. Yep. So we need 4 and 5.
Yep.
All right. All right. I'm gonna guess number 4.
Okay.
Number 4 has got to be. Number 4 has got to be Michelle Obama.
Nope.
All right, I give up. What's number 4?
You should know this one.
I'm striking out, man. I gotta think. Let me think. When you say it like that, now it's making me think again. I should know this one. It's probably a older actress, right?
Nope.
No, I'm way off then. Nah, man, I give up, man. I can't. I don't know which one is it.
Number four is Nicki Minaj, and number five is Rihanna.
Really? Man, that's no, no,
What? Why?
nope. That's too much ass for you, man.
Why? Why can't I have Nicki Minaj? You asked me for my favorite, not yours. You asked me.
Because that's too much ass. That's too much ass for you, man. That's too much ass. You don't like a fat ass. That's the difference.
Well,
You don't
she's
like a fat old, just juicy ass.
Well, I mean, she's more than just ass. I mean, she does have a face. She does have a body.
Yeah, and she got some big ass titties too. You right. That's too much for you though.
Well,
See,
how's that?
that's more of my league. You don't like a fat old, just you don't like no fat ass, man. You don't like no just fat ass where you be like, what's that? You don't like that. You like the iron board type.
Well, no, I don't like the ironing board.
Rihanna, same deal. Too much ass.
No, not really.
You got to pick two more, man. I don't think you're being truthful.
Why I gotta pick two more? You just asked me what my favorite was. Those
I
are
don't think you're being truthful.
those are
Nicki
my
Minaj is
those are
way out
my
of your.
those are my five top five,
No,
and that's what I'm going with.
that's some bullshit, Bert.
What? Because you don't like my answer.
Because that's not a real. That's not your real. That's not your real. That's nowhere even near your DNA.
Well, I don't know.
DNA.
I don't
Listen,
I don't know how you figure that, but you know. But just like most liberals,
Nicki Minaj.
they
You know? Do you? Are
they
you aware?
they disagree with you. They did when they disagree with you, they call you names and stuff like that. That's the usual liberal response.
What they call you? What What they be calling you
They
when they disagree? What kind of names they call you?
they say you're a liar. You don't know. You dumb. You stupid. And I'm sitting right here like telling you. And because the answer is not good enough for you, you want to go to something else, which is like a typical liberal response. That's just
For
like
the
when I
record, you can't spell liberal, right?
yes, I can spell liberal.
I'm just checking. I just want to check.
Yeah, man, I went to school. Why would I say a name I can't even spell it? Why would I say a word I can't spell?
People do it. People do it all the time.
But why would I? My name is not people. My name is me.
Hey, guess what, man? You ain't on the stand fighting no murder case with me. I just was asking you a question. All right. I don't know nothing about no typical liberal and all that. I listen, but I mean, I still say your last two picks is kind of whack, but that's all right.
But that's like I said.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm
That's
gonna bring
that's
it.
that's what I said. That's a typical liberal response. If my response is not good enough for you, then you go to something else.
Yeah.
I'm just letting everybody
Okay.
know that that's the
Man, guess
typical
what?
liberal response when someone doesn't agree with you. Like as far as Donald Trump,
Uh huh.
when people disagree with you
Yeah.
or they don't like the answer that you give, they want to start by they want to start
Yeah.
by di- uh being disingenuous and start saying things about you personally, which has nothing to do with the topic, but because that's their
But why do
usual
you gotta be a
response,
typical liberal?
because that's a typical liberal response.
Why?
I mean, that's
Why
a
do you have to
fact.
be? Why do you have to label somebody a liberal? Because I was just asking.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not labeling you.
So anybody disagree with your? Oh no, I wasn't taking it like that. I ain't Mr. Technical like you.
No,
I wasn't taking it like that. was just asking. I was just trying to get a clarification. Why do people that disagree have to be liberals? Why they can't be something else?
Well, because if you were conservative like I am, if you were a conservative, then there would be no argument about something that I like personally. There would be no argument about it. It'd be like, oh, okay. There would be no argument about it. There would be no back and forth. There would be no
Hmm.
debate about it. It would just be like, oh, okay.
So let me ask you something. If
But
a
be,
person don't know you, let's just let's go here. If a person don't if a person don't know you, right, and they
okay,
ask you a question, you give them an answer.
okay.
Well, I mean, if they debate what you say, then that's a totally different situation. They just debating it. They don't have no type of basis to debate you on. They just I'm just gonna debate you because I mean I don't know the reason because they don't know you. But if you got a person that know you and they know, like for example, what you into, and then for some reason, when asked again later on, you change up your format a little bit, then yeah, they gonna debate it because they know you. Like, what? That ain't nothing that you even like. You have stressed this 1,000 times that you don't like this.
But also because I am a technical person, when you speak on something like that and you say, well, that's not your speed, well, yeah, it is my speed, just not on certain women.
Hmm.
See, that's where the technical part comes from.
Okay, that's the technical part. Okay,
Like, I might
is it
not
safe to
like,
say you love being technical?
I have to be technical. I have to be technical.
Hmm.
Be, the reason why I have to be technical
Now,
is for people, is for so someone won't come behind me and say, well, you said that. Well, yeah, I know I said that, but
right.
I wasn't speaking about Nicki Minaj or Rihanna. I wasn't speaking about that. I was speaking on women in general,
Hmm.
and more so regular black
Hmm.
women, more so regular black women with these great big gigantic behinds, man, that you wondering like, how do you wash that thing? How do you use the bathroom?
You don't want to.
I mean, I know you can go through a
You don't
long.
want to have Nicki Minaj watch her.
No, I don't want to know
You don't. You
because
don't want the same thing.
no, you know why? Because there is absolutely zero chance of me actually meeting her in person. Just like Stacey Dash,
That
just
is
like
true.
Sadie Santana, just like Rihanna,
That is so true.
just like um Halle Berry. I have zero chance of actually
That is so
meeting these
true.
women in person.
Uh huh.
Zero chance. So I won't have
That's
to
true.
wonder why. You know? I don't have to wonder. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have to worry
That is
about it.
completely true. That's true.
But when you're talking about the average woman I'm meeting out in public, out and about every day,
Uh huh.
generally when they have a big bodacious behind and stuff, man, it's too. I
Yeah.
say it's too. When I say it's too much, it is. It's too much. It's too much.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something.
when they have
because
13, 14, 20 tattoos up and down their body. It's too much.
hmm
It's too much. Because I'm not looking at them as like their celebrity. I'm not looking at them
yeah,
as someone that I have knowing that I have zero chance of meeting in person. I'm looking at them as
uh,
someone that's like potential mate for me. And when I say, well, that's too much, I mean that.
uh,
I mean that. So that's how I look at a lot of women like that. You know.
yeah. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Due to the fact that I'm gonna let you be the technical one, and I'm not gonna be to a certain extent. If you would have asked me that same question,
Hmm.
now listen to the question I asked. I said, "Who are your top five?" Period. I didn't say top five celebrities. I didn't say top five regular women. I said women. So that means any woman, celebrity or not. If you would have asked me that, I would have gave you a top five that's compared to any woman. It's not selected to one area.
Well, you did express that though.
I don't need to. It's obvious. When you ask if what are your top five, if that's anything, that's celebrities, that's regular women, that's dead women, that's robot women, that's anybody.
Well, I mean, I feel like you're being disingenuous because the first thing that came out your mouth was Oprah and Gayle King.
But see, when you being technical, right?
Mm.
When you being technical, I didn't technically say give me your top five celebrities, women. I didn't technically say that.
No, you
You
didn't.
can't dispute that. Exactly.
No,
So
you
that's what I'm
didn't.
saying. When
But you
you
did. But you
when you
did
talk
mention
about
Oprah Winfrey and you did mention Gayle Kim. You didn't mention like
that
personal
doesn't
people that I know,
matter.
like Sam or Diane or Mika or you didn't say that.
Hey,
You didn't say that.
that
Those didn't come out your
that
mouth.
that don't matter. See that don't matter. When you want to be technical, you gotta watch it because that don't matter. Because in the day, you can't dispute that. I could give you three more celebrities, but I did not technically say I want to hear five celebrity top fives. Yes or no?
But you didn't say that you didn't either.
See, you can't give me a flat answer.
No,
You
I'm
can't give
giving
me a
you.
straight answer.
No, I'm giving you a straight answer. You
Okay,
didn't
here's
say.
the
You
straight
didn't.
answer.
I am giving
Okay,
you a straight
here's the
answer.
question. All right, here's the question. Did I or did I say, did I or did I not say, give me five celebrity top fives? Yes or no?
I can't really remember what you said. I just know that you said, "Give me five of your top favorites," and I gave you five of my top favorites.
So you don't remember if I said top five celebrities or not.
I don't know if you made the emphasis on celebrities or not,
You
but
don't
you
remember if I made the emphasis on that.
no, I don't remember if you made the emphasis on celebrities or not.
All right, I'm gonna give you that because I'm the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not a technical pusher like you, so I'm gonna give you that. But I didn't stress that. You took it upon yourself to bring that into it because I mentioned a couple celebrity female names. So you tried to put that up under that category, but that's not what I said.
Well, I mean, you set the bar, and so I went with it. That's not my
I
fault.
didn't say anything. Not that I didn't say anything. I asked a question. I didn't say anything. The question is set the bar, which I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You claim that you don't know that I didn't put an emphasis on it or not. But I clearly, as day said, give me your top five chicks.
But you also need to realize that that whole entire view asking me was disingenuous
I
because
mean,
because it wasn't
this,
specific.
it was very specific.
If it had been
I never,
specific, I would have actually gave you names of people that I do have a chance with and that I do know, and not people that I don't know and don't have a chance with.
but see, the thing is, I'm gonna give you all that because I'm not into the technical debate. Because at the end of the day, I know in certain situations, I'm just gonna say it like this:
Mm,
in certain situations that I've been in that you have never been in,
mm,
you don't have any room to do what you're doing now. It's really cut and dry. You don't have any room to debate and turn things around and make it seem like, oh, this it's gonna be, sir, did you or did you do this? That's cut and dry.
mm.
So I give you all that. But I played a little technical game a little bit with you just to show you how this stuff can go. How it can go left and go way right, and it don't really need to. Because I understand your point of view. You saying, well, I have to be technical because certain people say certain things or put certain things in my mouth that I didn't say, or they stress certain issues that I didn't say, and I have to be clear. Okay, but what I'm trying to get you to see is with that demeanor that you have, you're causing issues all aboard because you're treating everybody like that. You don't. It's like you don't have any type of in a sense, you don't give nobody no type of I don't want to use the word leeway, but you don't know how to decipher between who you talking to. It's like everybody has to be under this same screen. Well, I have to be okay, but when you play the technical game, then you see how way it goes. Because at the end of the day, this right here, I mean, this is like minor. Like I don't really care about it. But I was just playing the game just so you could see what I'm saying. Like, dude, I actually just asked who's your five chicks. I mean, you could say because I said a celebrity or because I didn't technically say five regular chicks. It's five chicks in the world, period. I don't care if they celebrities. I don't care if they animals. Whoever you want to choose as chicks.
Well, if you had said that in the beginning, man, we wouldn't be having this conversation now,
I mean, that's fine because it
right?
don't bother me. Because no, that's not right. But I give it to you. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a difference from. That's what makes a difference. I don't play the technical. I don't. This is not that serious. See, it's serious to you. You have to make sure you trying to make sure things are to the T technical, and you try to put it like in these boxes where it make it seem like you didn't do anything. And it's not that serious to me because in the day you could turn it, I could turn it. But let's look at it for what it is. Let's both of us stop turning things around. Let's both of us just look at it for what it is. What it is I simply asked, what was your five chicks? I didn't need to say specifically name five Indians from West Africa. I didn't specifically have to say name five celebrities. I didn't specifically have to say name five regular chicks. Five top five. You know, an ordinary dude on an ordinary day. We were sitting on the porch drinking some Kool-Aid. An ordinary dude would have gave me five chicks, period. Mixture of everything. But because it's you, now it has to be this and that. When does it stop that? When can it just be a regular conversation?
Well, I can answer that.
I'm listening.
When when it will stop being a conversation like that when people stop putting words in my mouth and stop trying to make it their mission to catch me up into something.
I agree.
That's when it will stop. Until then,
I,
I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing.
I agree with you. But then that's a key point you just said. Like it's one key thing you just said that I'm trying to get you to see. That's my whole point of this whole topic here. And that is when you say when people can stop trying to catch you up and stuff, right? That's
Right,
what you just said, right?
right, right. They make it
Okay.
their business
Here's
to
the
try to
key.
catch me up to something,
Right.
so they can go,
But here's the key.
aha, aha.
But here's the key element of that. You said people, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is me though. This ain't people. This is me.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't know how to decipher between the two. Everything has to be and on this point, and that's where the problem come at. That's where the major problem come at. You have to be able to turn it off and turn it on. Turn it off because when you leave it on, then a regular person they get offended by it, or they might take this like, well, why you? What's up with you, man? Why you going in? Then you coming back? I'm not going in. I'm just want to make it clear that you are not all thing is switch because regular people don't know how to communicate like that. Me, I do. Not because I think everything's a joke. I know when things are serious. It's just I can acknowledge when things are not serious enough for me to take it that way because I can see where the whole point is missed.
I mean, I believe the whole point was missed when we jumped from us discussing about Donald Trump to what's your top five women.
So I mean, man, we talking about everything, man. This. We just going in about every. Hey, man, we can talk about what type of milk you drink. You know, I mean, that's just. I mean, we talking about everything. But
Right,
you know, you the man. You
but
the
none of
man. If
it.
you want to stick on Trump,
No, it's just none of the extra stuff that we're talking about, man, has anything to do with what we initially had the conversation about. That's what I'm saying.
hey, no problem, sir. You
That's
the
all.
man of the hour.
No,
You the
I'm just
major host.
no,
You
no,
right.
don't take it
We
like
just talk
that.
about Trump.
No,
You just.
we don't necessarily have to talk
Hey,
about Trump, but
I don't take it like nothing. This is you. Dude, I don't got no ounce of nothing in me taking nowhere. That's you wound up. We talk about
I'm not wound
everything. This
up.
is
I'm not
dude,
wound up.
this title hey look, at the end of the day, dude, this title don't got nothing to do with Trump. This ain't no Trump title. This is a live on anything. We're talking about everything. That's what this is about. If this was straight Trump, we had a straight itinerary about Trump, we could stay on Trump. We're not talking about just Trump. We've about 1,000 different people podcast all over the world talking about Trump. We ain't about just Trump. You want to follow the same boring format, that's fine. We're not here to talk about Trump today. We're talking about Trump. We're gonna talk about Maxine Waters. We can talk about my mama, my grandma. We're talking about everything.
Well, I'm
That's not
not.
what this was about.
Well, you said we were going freestyle, so and
Exactly.
the first thing that we started on was that.
Exactly. So
That
we're not talking about straight Trump then, correct? We freestyling, right?
I mean, that's what you say.
Exactly.
But I had
If
no
we were
idea.
just
That's what
okay,
you
well,
said.
like
I had no idea.
hey, like I said, you the man, so you the host of the most. That's what it is. Yeah, that we supposed to be staying on Trump, no problem. The whole point was missed because apparently I must have blindsided you because you had no idea. So this supposed to be strictly about Trump. So all this other stuff, you absolutely right. I 100% agree with you. None of this had nothing to do with Donald Trump. I agree.
Okay.
Totally agree. It don't bother me, man. You happy?
Yeah, I mean, it has no, it makes no difference if I'm happy or not. it's just,
Okay. All right,
it's
buddy.
just a
No
show.
problem. Okay, so go ahead. Holla, what's going on with Trump?
I just like, I mean, like my original comment in the beginning. I just can't, I just don't understand why all these people are blaming one person, and they really need to be. They need to be. Their minds need to be focused on what's going on in their own local government before it gets to that point. Before it gets to Trump, you know, where's the blame for them? What about these? What about what's his name? Mike Duggan, the mayor of Detroit. What about him and what he's going through and what he's done for the city of Detroit? He ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing. Let's just be real about it. He hasn't done anything.
You
But
got any facts to support that?
yeah, I have facts to support that. He's done nothing but
Okay, what are
but
they?
keeps his pockets full.
Okay,
Keeps his
how?
pockets full taking and steady
Okay.
swindling the black community out of their properties so he can go for new
How do you know that?
developments. Right, right. You
How do you
already
know
know
that?
that. You already know that.
How do you know that?
You said, how do I know that? Because I've read
Yes.
it. Because I've read it.
Reddit where? Reddit where?
I've read it. I've read it to a number of places: NBC, ABC,
Okay. Can
CBS,
you can you
the
provide
the
can you provide links?
USA Today, Detroit Free Press.
Can you provide links to people so they can follow up behind you to get some receipts to what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I don't have those things saved. I don't have those links saved because, like you said, this is freestyle. So, I mean, I'm not.
No,
I'm
no.
just I'm
This
just
is
going.
Donald Trump.
I'm just going about it.
No, no. This is Donald Trump. We're talking about strictly what deals with Donald Trump. We already got this understood 2 minutes ago.
I
So
know,
it's
but
not a freestyle about everything. We're talking about Donald Trump. So you said that Mike, this dude from Michigan, who is he, the governor, or whatever, he's not, he is taking money from the community, right? You said you read it. How do people check up on what you're saying? You cannot expect people to listen to you and take your word. They don't know you.
but
So
they
what
don't.
I'm asking,
They don't have to take my word for it. They can look it up just like I looked it up.
okay,
I mean, that's common sense.
so you're okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Look. What we're talking about is this. It's not common sense. When you're providing, when you say that you got facts on things, you have to provide some type of information, as they call it in the social media world, receipts. You have to provide some receipts to people that confirm what you're saying. Because other than that, it just sounds like you're just talking, like you getting up, like you talk about people talking about Donald Trump with no facts. Where
Um,
are the facts?
but actually, I don't. I don't have to present it. I can give my side. I can give my side, my opinion, my facts, and then they feel free to look it up for themselves and try to prove me wrong.
Okay. So what did you read? What did you read that shows that this guy is doing what you say he's doing? What did it say?
Say that again.
This guy you're talking about in Michigan. Who is
Yeah,
he? The mayor or
the
something?
yeah, Mike Duggan, the mayor of Detroit.
Okay. All right. What did you read that he's supposed to be doing? What is he supposed to be doing?
He, Mike Duggan has been in office for God knows when, and ever since they outed out Kwame Kilpatrick and
Uh huh.
sent him to prison. Okay, he's been mayor,
Okay.
and
Mm.
basically what Mike Duggan has been doing, he's been swindling black residents out of their homes. He's promising a
Mm.
tax break. He's promising them that there's some type of program where people can postpone their taxes and do this, but he's failed to like let them know that look, there is a program, but you have to fit within these guidelines. Or
Mm.
he'll make false statements like, "Yes, I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that make sure that there are plenty of jobs and stuff like that." But he's not saying the extra stuff like you're supposed to be able to go to this specific class, and you have to be and then in this class they have to have all your information from your social security number all the way to all the way to your birth date. They have to have old check
Mm.
stubs from jobs that you've had from the past 7 years. He doesn't add all that, and
Okay.
but he
And
turns
Donald,
around and then he turns around and says false statements like, "Yeah, we're on top of it." No, you're not, because you're not telling
and
everybody
Donald,
to beware of the small print,
mm,
and that's the
and
problem.
Donald Trump never made false statements.
Has Donald Trump made false statements?
Has Donald Trump made false statements?
No, sure he has.
I'm surprised you didn't say he hasn't. You really surprised me with that statement.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to say this again. I am not a total complete Donald Trump fan. Okay, there are a lot of things that Donald Trump does and says that I don't agree with, but
Like what?
there are things that I do agree with him. When he said that he wants to put America first, that's cool.
Hmm.
I like that. When
Okay.
he says he wanted to build a wall
Hmm.
or reinforce the walls that's already set in place. He wants to
Hmm.
reinforce that and to invest more in border security to keep illegals out and taking our American jobs away from us. So there's no the way that he says that all these illegals that's coming in here and it just committing crimes and stuff, and is the real
Yeah.
reason why some of them, not most of them, but some of them have left Mexico because they've committed heinous
Hmm.
crimes. They come over here and do the same exact shit. He's trying to stop that.
What jobs have they took from us?
What job? What jobs specifically, or what jobs? Period.
What jobs specifically?
Uh, they've taken away the type of jobs that we have like mason construction, masonry jobs, carpentry jobs,
Hmm.
landscaping jobs.
Hmm.
That's what they've taken away.
Now you said there's the things that about him you disagree with,
Hmm.
and I have to be honest. You don't talk about that rarely at all, ever. Actually, to be honest with you. So let's talk about that because that's very interesting to hear. What is it that you actually disagree with him about?
Well, just so happened recently he was talking about he doesn't want this college these loan forgiveness programs and stuff. He doesn't want to do the loan forgiveness program. He wants these college graduates to actually go, if you're going to spend the money to go to these universities and stuff like that, then
Mm-hmm.
take a damn course that's going to put you on the fast track to the job that you want,
Mm-hmm.
and not go for classes like liberal arts or uh gender studies. uh, 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 stuff that's like a dead end job that's not even in the present job market. You
Yeah.
know, they just went to school to party, take some bull crap subjects and stuff, and then probably at their end, almost at the end of their whole college life, they decide, oh well, I'm just going to accounting, you
Hmm.
know, and they've wasted all this money.
What else?
And then when they
Right.
got to pay it back, they can't pay it back because they can't get the job that they thought they was going to get. So
What else do you disagree with?
I disagree with that. I disagree with the whole thing with coronavirus coronavirus because he was saying that he's always known he's always known about the pandemic, but he really actually didn't. He didn't really know the severity of it. But I do agree with a lot of things they said that the uh the other side has been blowing this up a little bit more than what it really is. And I think he's right because even with the flu, it has killed more people in America than this coronavirus in America. There's been more cases in America than this coronavirus in America in the same amount of time.
Uh,
I mean, in the amount of time that the coronavirus has been running rampant in America, dude, in the same amount of time that the actual flu, the actual flu
yeah.
has been going, it
Mm.
was 19,000. It was 19,000 deaths in this amount of time for the flu. 19,000 as opposed to
Mm.
what 3,600.
Now, do you feel like that?
But there was no mass hysteria. There was no people robbing, getting going to all the grocery stores and buying up and hoarding up all the stuff so other people can't even go
Mm.
shopping and being selfish and buying up all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
There wasn't nobody doing that for the flu. There wasn't even anybody doing that for the swine flu, the
Yeah.
the H1N1. It wasn't even they
Hmm.
weren't doing. There was no hysteria like this, and it killed more
Hmm.
people than the coronavirus. It killed more people
Hmm.
in the same amount of time, and infected
Now, do you?
way more people in the same amount of time that this virus is doing. And there was no mass hysteria. Now all of a sudden,
Do you?
that's what I have a hard time. Really, like, when I said that I don't really take this whole entire issue, man, seriously, because to me it's just like any other. It's just like a cold virus. It's just like the flu virus. It's all about taking care of yourself. It's all about washing your hands, making sure you're clean. It's all about being
So you
courteous
don't?
and not coughing people's faces and stuff like that. That's what it all boils down to. But nah, these people over here, they shutting down work. They sending people who can't work from home. They send them home to work from home. They closing bars. They closing restaurants. They canceling events and stay uh in arenas and stuff like that. They closing it down.
So you don't take it serious?
Not as serious as the media wants you to take it.
Okay. So is it safe to say that you're making somewhat somewhat prevention, or you're not doing nothing different than you was before?
I'm not doing nothing different than I was before.
Okay. So then let me ask you this. So do you support him because of facts, or do you support him because you personally just like him?
I don't understand your question.
Do you support Trump because of facts? Because facts show. I don't know. I'm trying to explain the question a little better so you can understand it. But see, I can't do that because if you're being technical, then it's going to put me in a word exchange, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to ask you just a flat out question. Like, do you like the guy because you like him, or you like the guy, because of facts? Like the facts show he's just this whatever president, and I don't want to say technically speaking no names. I'm just I'm not trying to go there. I'm just trying to get like a simple answer. Like, you like the guy because you like him, or you like the guy because facts show that he this and that and that. And I know you said you don't have to provide nothing to back this up, but the facts show that he's out of all the presidents you've been up under, he's the one for you.
I support the president no matter who it is because I am an American. If Hillary Clinton was the president, I'd support her too.
So you supported Obama when he was the president?
I supported him, but that doesn't mean that
Okay.
I had to like everything about him or I had to like everything
I
that he
mean,
was doing. That's fair.
that's anybody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's anybody.
That's fair. But I support the president. Yes, I do. But not because I like him, because I don't know him personally. So I can't like someone I can't like somebody if I don't know them personally. I don't know him personally.
Yeah, that's anybody.
You
So
know,
I mean,
I support him because he's the president, and that's the only reason.
hmm, okay.
He's not
So
my president. He's everybody's president. He's the president of the United States.
mm,
I hear everybody, well, he's not my president. Obama was my president. No, Obama was everybody's president, just like Donald Trump is. Just like the next person is going to be president, whether it be in the next
mm.
4 years or 6 months.
So what? Yeah, they do say that. When we talk about we're talking about people in the world. I've heard that. But like, why does that bother you? If the way they say it?
It doesn't bother me personally.
Okay. I mean, like technically, this is like your thing, but technically speaking, we know that regardless of how people feel, he's the president. Period.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we know that, but I mean, let me ask you this: if you were in a room, if you had the okay to do this, and if you was in a room with a lot of people and they said that, would you take it upon yourself to correct them?
Nope.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm just trying to figure out how bad this is.
But
So you do. Go ahead. I'm listening.
but ask yourself, ask this to other people who don't like Donald
Mm,
Trump. If I said what I
mm.
just said, how many people do you think is going to stand up and try to correct me?
See, that goes
Exactly.
back to what we just talked about. That goes
Exactly.
that goes that goes back to what we talking about. See, it just all depends on what type of person you are. If you are this debatable person and you're just this gun ho technical person, and if that's what you are, then yeah, you're going to do that. But if that's not the type of individual you are, you kind of know how to fall back or avoid certain things because at the end of the day, you know, you have learned that that's not really the way of the world right now. Like it's more, believe it or not, they say it take more. What do they say? It take more. What's the word? In other words, it take more effort to smile than frown. But let's turn that. It takes more stress to sit and try to debate or try to politically correct everything. Like some things you just don't. You could just you don't have to do it. You could just okay. I mean, the Donald Trump thing is I don't know. It's just sensitive to people. I don't know why. Because at the end of the day, it really doesn't bother me. I'm not one of the ones that say, "Oh, no, he's not my president." No, I've never said that. But I don't glorify him. No. I just, hey, I don't have to correct or technically politically correct anybody. That's for anything. But we're not talking about anything. So we just gonna keep it to Donald Trump. As far as Donald Trump, hey, he the president. He got voted in. That's his dude. I mean, that's really all I can say. Um, I pulled up some links from a prior conversation we had, which I don't have in front of me, but I can get with no problem. It doesn't bother me. And the facts I pulled up just doesn't match what a lot of these African American voters are on him about. I mean, they're kind of like glorifying him like he's like this president that done all this stuff for black people. That's not proven. There's no fact to prove that. Now, am I saying because Obama black he did? No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying there's no facts. I've done research on that. Yes, I agree with you. He can't just go out here because he's the president and be like, you know what? I'm about to just kill off black people. He can't do that. He has to. It's certain things he has to go through. There's certain people. There's there's a cabinet. He can't just. I mean, he can veto some stuff. You know, he can do certain things, but he can't just. You know, today I'm going to do this. I
Right.
totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with that. But here's the gray area on that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And when I say that, because it's been mentioned that our prior president Obama was a yes man, but how can you say that when he's going through the same thing? Obama had to do the same thing Trump doing, just like Bush doing. It's not like Obama has some extra pass to be like, hey, I could do this and I don't need to answer to y'all. No, he gotta have a meeting too and a cabinet too. Now, I will say this: Obama did things like ordinary presidents did things. They went with the format to not cause no more problems. Yeah, you know, it might have been like, for example, these tariffs. Like that was just crazy. And yeah, I see like what I guess Trump administration is doing. You know, well, you know, they getting over on us. None of this and this. Okay, but when you weigh out what that's caused, the problems that's caused versus the president going with the format, look at the difference. I mean, when you follow the format, we don't have this backlash.
But the problem is, why does that have to be normal? Why does that have to be the format?
Well, when you define the word normal, you know, it just you really, you know,
Why?
nowadays,
Because you said normal president. I'm just like, what's a normal president?
Well,
A
I
no,
said
I would
like
think
an
that a normal
ordinary.
I would think that a normal president would do anything for his country to make sure it's safe,
Well,
secure, and thriving.
well, what I was saying was ordinary president. I wasn't like trying to say like normal, like something wrong with Trump, nothing like that. I was saying like ordinary president, meaning in other words, majority of people in this position or in position that have that type of authority,
Mm.
there's like a format that's laid, and this is pretty much for the most part they follow it. I guess that's the terms I'm trying to use. Now there's certain things you might tweak and change, but you follow it because the overall picture of it is if you change this, it's going to hurt the American people. Now,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you might not like this, and you try to negotiate, but it's going to hurt us. But Trump is like, well, nah, I'm going to do this, and in the long run, it's going to help us. But in the meantime, between time, it's killing us. And it's not short term. This is long term. And it's not affecting him.
Sorry about that. I don't know what that was.
Oh yeah. That was definitely not on my end.
I don't know what that was.
I cannot take the blame for that one.
Well, what? 95% of the time, man, the media has something to do with everything. The media is telling you what to believe, what not to believe, what to think, what to do, what to say, how to say it, how to think it. The media is telling us everything.
Hmm.
And Donald Trump is saying that don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to these people.
Right.
Don't listen to CNN. Hell, don't listen
Hmm.
to Fox News because they're not
Right.
gonna. Because none of these news affiliates are going to tell the true story, the real story. They're going to tell
Hmm.
their side of the story
Hmm.
to get ratings. They're going to tell their side of the
Right.
story to push their narrative. That's basically what he's been saying. He say, don't follow what the media. What the media says, you have your own mind. You know, follow
Now,
what you think. Believe in what you
now,
believe.
do you believe that most of the people that have an issue with Trump is because they're listening to the media?
I think 70% of the time
Okay.
people believe in what they believe in because of the media.
Okay. Okay. And what about the 30%? Now, do you speak differently towards the 30% that have a problem with Trump because they've had personal experiences?
No,
Are you a little bit more?
I don't think none of them have personal experiences with Donald Trump. If
Now,
anything,
when I say Donald Trump, I mean you have experienced something where you had to encounter some changing, right? Or you had to uh, I don't know, like for example, let's say you had to deal with some taxes issue,
hmm
all right?
hmm
And what it come up to is technically speaking, the reason why you're in this position is because of Donald Trump. That's what I mean, a personal experience.
right, that right. But
Now,
see, no one has that personal experience. It's about
okay,
them. People are not taking accountability for themselves first before you start blaming
Okay.
other people.
Okay.
But
Okay. All
but
right. We getting somewhere.
but we all know that's today's culture, though. That's today's culture.
Okay. 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 We getting somewhere. Okay. Now, and I use this word. I use this word loosely. Now, I feel that we have took a lot of time beating up on people that are attacking Trump for no reason. They just don't like the man. Okay, we've got a lot of energy towards that. Now, let's
Hmm.
shift our energy to those people that had, like for example, I just used, that have personal experiences being affected because of Trump. Now, do we act a little remorseful towards those people now? Are we talking different, or we're still like, well, nah, you're still, I don't know, a bad person? What do we say to those people?
What what do we say to those people who's had a personal experience with Donald Trump personally?
Yes, yes,
Like
a person
this
being
is the reason
affected by
why they're
Donald
in it.
Trump.
Well, I first of all,
Right,
I'd like to. Well, first of all, I'd like to see. I'd like to. I'd like to see the people who've actually had a personal experience with Donald Trump that says, "Look, he was full of this. He was full of crap, and I and he was definitely racist because he called me a nigger and blah blah blah. I want to hear that.
okay,
I would rather hear that than than have you have somebody like oh well they took away my sick leave. I blame Donald Trump.
right,
Well, how about Donald Trump ain't had nothing to do with it, and it's your local government.
right.
So don't talk to don't
Okay,
so
now,
don't blame Donald Trump. Blame your governor. Blame your senator. Blame your mayor. Do something about it.
okay, I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that part. Now, I'm gonna tell you this: when we're talking about federal taxes, that's straight Donald Trump. You are aware of that, right?
Well, it's that really isn't straight Donald Trump because we all know that there are three houses. There are three houses that that make up the difference between what goes on what goes on, what passes, what doesn't passes. Donald Trump has none. Donald Trump has no power in that. He can veto whatever he
Okay,
want to, but once the Senate
a
or
president.
Congress approve it, it is what it
Mhm.
is.
Okay, the president solely comes up with tax plans. That's all part of their whole makeup to get hot, to get um, nominated, to get in, to get reelected. However, taxes is one of the main things. Every president do it. Donald Trump had improvised a tax plan, which currently today affect people that pay taxes. That's not no the Senate, no cabinet. That's solely Trump. He comes with a plan and they voted on it. So yeah, there's more people in it that voted, but Trump is the one that put this together. Now, on one end, I get every person want to be president. They always want to attack the rich. I get that's like they whole little thing. And because how I am, I kind of understood why Trump got in office, why he did what he did. It was only, I mean, it was only natural that he was going to look out for his rich buddy because every president goes after the rich. But the federal, when you talk about they need to go to the local or they local people or and all the people underneath him, federal is Trump or whoever president is here today. It's whoever this president is today. Right now, it's Trump. And I'm not sure if you know this, because I know, like, you don't want to talk about things as personal. I do. I don't care. I mean, I don't know, like, if the people know this, but to be honest with the people, and this is no joke, I know when it's serious situations, all right? I really don't, I didn't have that type of outlook for this show for that. Because everybody's got podcast, they got shows where they talk about all this different stuff, and I feel like a person like me on the other end, I watch shows, I go through my day and I watch different people's podcasts, and I'm attracted to certain ones, and those are ones that talk about real live shit. Not no, oh, we're gonna talk about this like everybody else. I'm talking about people that have a problem, don't have no problem talking about personal stuff. So I'm gonna talk about my personal stuff. You don't, I will. So let me say something to you. My tax bracket is different than yours. Because of the amount of money I make, I'm affected by the current tax implement that was put in by Donald Trump. Now, what do you say to a person like me?
What do I say to a person like you? The only thing I can say is this. The only thing I can say is this. You know, no matter how you feel, you still cannot put everything solely on this man because he does not have as much power as you think he does. Yeah, he's got the power to pardon somebody. He's got the power to do executive orders, do executive things that does not need to go through Congress or Senate. Yes, he has that. But there's only a number of executive decisions that you can do within a term. There is unlimited. There's no unlimited executive orders that he can do. Okay? As far as
Okay.
the different tax changes and stuff like that, that's a that
Mm.
that go the whole entire tax thing goes in front of the finance committee before anything.
Okay.
Trump
Do
can
you
have
realize?
Trump can he can advise, he can recommend all he wants. But even that
Yes, sir.
it's made up by other people. The only thing he does is the only thing he really does is looks through it, skims
Uh,
through it, and signs it, and it goes, and
no,
then
sir.
it goes
No,
through the
sir.
fine, and then it goes through the financial,
No, no, sir.
and then
No, sir.
goes through the
Do your
house.
research.
What are you talking about?
Do your homework. No, sir.
What are you talking
There,
about?
no, sir. This is no, sir. This is not no where a cabinet came to him and said, "Hey, Mr. Trump, the tax bill is back up. You need to revise it. Look at this and sign it." That's not how it works, sir. That's not how it works. Every president, they compile a tax provision. That's how it works. It's the opposite. The way you're trying to explain it is like they just threw this paper on his desk and was like, "Look at this." You're trying to take the take the blame off of him.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
telling you something. Yes, you are, because I'm giving you something specifically. I'm not talking about pardons. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm technically talking about federal taxes. Do your homework. He was on the news. He's been all over TV before he got into office. He is the one that improvised this new tax problem that we as Americans are suffering from. He did it. Because if that's the case, think about what you're saying. If that's the case, then the Obama tax the Obama tax provision that put in would have never been touched. They would have came to him, hey, this is what it is. That's not what happened. He came up with a tax and provision, and this is why taxpayers, like a lot of us, not only is paying more in taxes, but getting less at the end of the year, which he falsely has stated that that's not what's supposed to have happened. He did that solely. He improvised that solely himself, and they voted on it. Yes, they did vote it. He solely put that together.
Yeah, but then he had help, man. He did not do it by himself. He didn't sit down and do it himself.
Who did it?
He has no experience to do that. He had to have help. He didn't do that by
Okay,
himself.
part of that, I agree with part of that. He has no stance to make 100% approval on anything. He can't fire missiles. He can't just hit this. He can't just smack some old lady. Yeah, but what your mission is, he he starts it. He starts it. He starts it,
He
and they
recommend.
voted.
He
They
all he
voted
does
it
is
in.
recommends. He says, "Hey, I want to see Bill such and such." He said, and then he'll say,
Okay, so let me.
"Well, what do you think? You think, how would it affect if I change this? How would it affect this if I change this? How would it affect if I put this in?"
Okay, so you're saying, let me get this right. So you're safely saying
He still
that
has to
he
go
has
through other
done no
people.
wrong. He he has done no wrong. All he has done was suggest and recommend, and because the people has voted it in, it's their fault. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm telling you specifically. I'm telling you that he does not do all these things alone, sitting in the Oval Office. He has no experience in doing that. None whatsoever. He has to have heads of state with him. He has to have a committee to even say, okay, that looks good. Okay, let's go with it. Let's send it to Congress. That's it. He has to have other people, dude. He can't come up with this stuff by himself.
Okay. So he just can't come up with nothing by himself. That's what
No,
you
he
believe.
can't. No, he cannot. Only thing he come up with by himself is, well,
Okay.
Mr. President, such and such, they're they'd like to be pardoned. Well, what do you know about that person? Well, blah 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 blah. Oh, okay. Well, let me talk to him. Okay, let's get that person on the phone. That's it. He said, well,
You,
what do you think I
you,
should do?
you're,
You
you're,
think I should pardon this
you're
person? Yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll go ahead and do it. That's it. All he
dude, you're
does is
never going to find. You're not. You're never going to research and find nobody else that came up with that tax improvision but Donald Trump. I guarantee it. You'll never find it. There's no head of state. There's no Mike Pence. There's nobody. You're never going to. If you do the biggest research in the world, you'll never find nobody else but Donald Trump solely that came up with that improvision.
dude. I don't know if you know this or not, man, but I actually do know what the president's job is and how much power he actually does have and what he has to go through to get things done.
Mm.
He has no mind of him. He has no sole thing to do for himself that he could just sit up in the Oval Office and say, "Well, I'm going to implement this right here, and this is going to be the digits, and I'm going to push this through, and that's it." No, that's not how I roll. Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
He does
Mm-hmm.
absolutely nothing without other people in the room with their information. Here's the statistics on this. Here's here's uh here's the uh here's the calculations for it. Here's this. Here's that. He cannot solely do anything by himself. The only thing he does is put his signature on it, but it doesn't mean that he did it by himself. That's what I'm saying.
See, this is see. I'm a little bit more open-minded than you, and that's why I can agree with some things you say about Trump because I know that part. Like when you saying that people are just blaming him for everything, and there's certain levels before it gets to him. Because I'm open-minded, I see what you're saying. Like I see that. I mean, I don't know because I'm not in that field, so I can't prove it nowhere or other. But I can use some type of common sense to be like, oh, okay, well, like you gave an example about their sick day getting taken from them, and they're saying it's Donald Trump. Well, no, that could just be the job you at, or it could be something local. I get kind of what you're saying, but see, well, where we have a conflict of interest is you are kind of acting in a way like tunnel vision. You kind of like narrow minded. And what you're saying is, like, if I could come and try to meet you halfway, you're saying, well, in other words, Trump ain't did nothing wrong. They brought it to him. He might have suggested a couple, he just suggested. Like Hitler suggested that he kill his own people. That's kind of how you sound. It's like you just wash your hands like Trump has absolutely done nothing wrong. Completely nothing. It's all the head of state. It's all the Senate. They the ones, hey, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. They bring it to him, oh, yeah, let's just pardon Charles Manson. Me and you know that's not true. Now you want to act like that's what it
I
is. That's
mean,
fine.
I don't know. I don't know what you're. I don't know what you're asking me to actually think. Like, do you want me to actually sit here and think that this man sits in his Oval Office, or sits on the lawn, or sits in the kitchen and writes this shit, and then go
No, what?
and then it just goes through? Is that what y'all is that what you want me to think? Is that
No,
seriously
what
what you
I'm
want me to
trying to
think?
get you to. I'm just you blinded, man. I'm
No,
trying to
but
get you to
so
see.
that is what you want me to think. That's what you want me to think.
I
That
didn't give you that.
he just
No, I didn't
comes up
answer
with
that.
all this shit
No, I
all
didn't.
by himself with no recommendation, no nothing. Is that what you saying? That's what you saying I should believe, right?
No, I didn't. No,
Because
you're
that's
saying that.
that's
You're
what you're
saying that
saying.
I said that.
That's what you're
I did
implying,
not
that I
say
need to
that.
think like that. Well, you
No,
did.
I'm not implying nothing. I'm not implying nothing, and I've not technically answered nothing. So you're putting words in my mouth. What
No.
I'm telling you is,
Well, you're implying that I'm saying that I'm basically saying that he can do no wrong. That's not what I said. That is
I didn't
not
say
what
you
I
said that.
said.
So you
I
gotta,
said that.
you gotta eat that. I didn't technically say that. So now you're wrong. You're trying to put words in my mouth that I didn't say. So now
Okay.
your technical game that you play, you're wrong. What
So
I
what did you say?
technically said was, what I technically said was that you said that there are group. He doesn't make decisions by himself, and that there are a group of people that have to vote on it. So you're at fault for saying that I said something that I never said. If you want to take it the technical way,
Okay,
so
but that's
that's
true.
your fault there,
Okay, but that's
right?
true.
I didn't technically say that, so you're putting words in my mouth. Since we want to play the technical game, I didn't say that.
Okay,
I
but that's still
specifically
true. But
said,
that's still true what I
repeated
said.
what you said.
But that's still true what I said.
That's that no, that is somewhat true. He has to go through a group of people, yeah, to vote on it. But what you are implying is that this guy is making recommendations. First of all, you're saying that he doesn't have the intelligence to come up with anything, which is wrong. Then you also is saying that this guy is making only recommendations and suggestions, and you went to an example about the pardons that he did, which, if you do your homework on that, I wasn't going to touch that. I wasn't going to touch that, but since we're talking about it, let's go there. You're wrong again because he did pardon somebody on his own without anybody bringing it to him. So you're wrong on that. Do your homework on that. All right.
First
But
of
on
all, that
that,
could never happen in government.
go do your research.
That completely supersedes the
Do your
Constitution of the
homework.
United States, man.
What I'm telling you is, and I don't even want to go here with you. What I'm telling you is federal taxes wise, this man implemented that solely to himself. He brought it to the board to push it through, period. And guess what? You're not going to understand that. Why? Because you're not in my tax bracket at all. Nowhere close.
Well, I mean, that's neither here nor there if I'm in your tax bracket
No,
or
that
not.
is here or there.
I know
That
for,
is
I
here
know
or
for,
there.
no,
That is here or there.
no,
That is here or there.
no,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is, because you're not paying tax. You're not paying taxes like American people. So you don't know how it is to pay taxes under Obama administration, and then now Trump is in office, and now you got to pay this whole significant different amount. You're not experiencing that. Until you're experiencing that, you can't tell me what's neither here or there. Now, if we want to get technical and go there, which I'm not trying to go there with you, but let's go there. You don't pay taxes, bruh. You're not a tax-paying American citizen.
Why do you
can't
think I'm
tell
not a
me,
tax-paying American citizen? What are you talking
dude,
about?
what tax you paid last year? How many tax you paid last year? How many
14,
tax you paid 2 years ago? Okay,
$4,893
okay.
last
What
year.
what what was the
Before
percentage?
that,
What was the percentage? What was the percentage of taxes you paid under Obama administration?
I don't know. I can't remember. I had to look on
What
my
was the
other.
percentage of taxes you? Okay, what's the percentage of taxes you paid under Donald Trump administration?
I have no idea because I have to look at my damn
Explain to me the
paperwork, man.
difference. Explain to me the difference. Can you? Okay, you don't have no idea on that. Can you safely say that you can tell from the onset that it's a significant difference? Yes or no?
I have no idea.
Exactly, you don't. I know you don't. So it does matter here or there. You're not talking to a person that don't like Trump because he's just Trump. You're talking to somebody that has been personally affected by Donald Trump administration and knows the difference between Obama administration and Donald Trump.
And yet and still, what I just said was absolutely true.
Look, I can't change the way you want to feel. You want
It's
to
not a
talk
feel.
about facts. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. That is not a feeling. It's not a
The
feeling. It has
fact
nothing to do
is,
with
he
feelings.
is the
It
he
is
is the reason
fact.
why the fact is he's the reason why our taxes is fucked up. Period. You don't know that because you're not in that tax bracket to understand it.
I
That's
still,
why.
but
You're not getting a.
but because I'm not in that tax bracket, that means I just don't pay taxes. Really? Is that what you're saying?
What I said was what I said. If you're not in that tax bracket, then you don't know what I'm talking about because you're not affected by that.
No, you
That's what I'm
said
telling you.
no. That's not what you said. You said that I'm not a tax-paying citizen. That's what you said. Ain't that
What
what you
taxes
said?
are you paying, dude?
That's what.
Yeah, what taxes are you paying?
Are you
What taxes
serious?
are you? What taxes do you pay?
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
I'm dead serious. What taxes do you pay?
Anytime I work, dude, I pay taxes on it and I file. What are you talking about?
You are filing taxes on what type of employment?
Uh,
Explain this to me.
what do you mean? What type of employment? I
I'm
work.
very serious.
I've worked at a hotel.
Okay.
I've worked at a hotel. I've worked for a church. I've worked for numerous organizations. All of it, I have to
But
pay
see,
taxes on
but
it, man. What are you talking
but see,
about?
this is the thing. See, this is the thing with the audience that I can't really go into, right? Because behind the scenes, you already made it known that you don't want to talk about nothing personal. So we can't get real. So I can't touch that. That's why I said, guess what? I don't got a problem talking about me because I know me. So I don't have a problem talking about nothing personal about me. So out of respect, I can't touch that because you're talking about things that I know for a fact that I can fucking debate right now,
Ladies and
and I can't
gentlemen,
touch that.
I'd like to just let you guys know that there is nothing about my tax paying that he can debate with because I pay taxes. I file taxes every single year. If I don't make any money, if I don't have a job, I cannot file my federal taxes because I don't have any federal taxes to file. Now, continue.
Hey, like I said, I can't stop you for the way you how you feel. All right, what I'm telling you is the facts is that under Obama administration there was a tax implement. All right, when your boy got in office, it was something else, and due to that, it has affected me tremendously. Now, I'm talking about something that I know is solely from him. Not the government, not no local stuff. Not we ain't talking about state taxes. I said federal. Federal. That I know it came from him. It's nothing to do with they brought it to his desk. That's not that happened. You are a 100% gun ho Donald Trump supporter. That means that you have seen all his campaigns. And in his campaign, if you've seen it, he said it right then and there, clear as day. He was going to be putting in a tax implement. This is what we got right here, which has affected me and a million different people, Americans. Solely him.
Okay.
You're saying because it had to be voted on, then you're implying because it had to be voted on that he didn't do nothing.
No,
That's
I'm not
kind of how it
implying that.
sounds.
No, I'm not implying that. I'm not implying that at all. I wasn't implying that. I wasn't saying that at all.
When you got people out
I'm saying
here,
only
elderly
only thing
people
only
that
thing I
got
was doing was clarifying that he doesn't sit at a table or a desk and just writes it all by himself because he does not have the political experience to do it. Not that he doesn't have common sense, he just doesn't have the political experience to do that. Neither did Obama. Hence why he had
okay.
other people to help.
Let's take it here. So are you saying that he's not smart enough as a businessman because he's a businessman, just like Snyder? All right, but that's not about Trump, so we can't go off the subject. All right, but you're saying because he, is it safe to say you're saying that a businessman that has a business sense can't take something, I mean, and look at it and come up with his own type of spin. Like you're saying that he needs some type of guidance on everything, and that's just hard. Like I'm gonna tell you like this. This is why Snyder is in trouble. Okay, another businessman that's in politics. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a
Mm-hmm.
businessman don't have to they don't have to have the political sense to come up with stuff. They use their business sense to take things, hey, I don't like this, I want to do this and change this up. And this is why we have the problem. Because you're right. He is not politically intelligent to run a country.
But everybody knew that though. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. No matter how much he says I'm a genius, he knows, and he's made it, and he's made it aware that he has no political experience. You know, political business and financial and federal business is two different things. And he has no type of political experience at all.
At the end of the day, what I'm saying is that I am very open minded to a lot of things, and a lot of things I can see, like I can see, even if I don't want to see it. I mean, I can't just disagree because I don't like the person or like the person. All right,
Right.
but the problem that we have a major conflict of interest because you're not really trying to look. You're not trying to look at it like you're just closed minded and you're not trying to be open minded to this. Like, yes, he has to go through people. Yes, it has to be voted on. But where you're blinded at is you're not trying to see the fact that this man is a cause of this. If he okay, if
Well,
he
of course. But,
never even suggested it or brought it up to nobody, it would have never been implemented.
okay, I agree with that.
If he just would have left it alone, it would have never. Case in point, me and you talked about the welfare. Man, there's nobody else. Even though I agree, a lot of these people take advantage of it.
Hmm.
There's nobody has never. Come on now, do you really think that a cabinet of people came to Donald Trump with this? They wasn't gonna never come up to him with that. Hey, you know what, Trump? I think that we need to cut these people off. Man, they don't want that. They don't want that. That was Trump again. Trump is the only person that came up with that. Nobody never even thought about cutting people off and hey, you gotta attend this to get this going, and it's gonna cap out after these years. And instead of you getting a car, you're gonna get food. Now, come on now. What other president in the world ever thought about something like that?
But I do agree with him cutting it off. But he
I
just
agree as
but
well.
but he didn't say he was going to just cut it off and just leave it off. The fact that the whole welfare system needs a total and complete revamp is the answer. Is a great idea.
I agree.
I do agree
Like
with that.
at the end of the day, I don't know like who you debate with. I mean, I get it. Most of the people just don't like him, and maybe
Right.
you're just stuck in this vision. Like, well, nobody has no facts. Y'all just don't like him, and you're just stuck on that. And your thing is whatever happens, it's no, it got something to do with local. It got something to do with everybody else other than Trump. What I'm trying to do today, hopefully, and I wasn't even trying to go here. It's quick. It's like it's a give and take thing. Like I agree with you on these points because I see it. I know kind of like how it goes.
Hmm.
But what I'm trying to lift your cloudiness on is
Hmm.
Trump is the reason why these things are happening. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It trickles. If Trump never mentioned, recommended, suggested, if he just would have left shit alone, these things wouldn't be happening. These elderly pensions wouldn't have been touched. These elderly don't have to go back to work and work because they're fucking pension. Our retirement age wouldn't have never changed. This is not our local office doing this. This
But
is
can
coming from Trump.
but can we also agree that people have been experienced a loss in their retirement long before Trump? Can we agree on that? Can we agree on that?
I got to do the research on that. I can't agree with that because I don't know the research on that. Like under Obama administration, things was quiet. The only problem that I seen that was actually loud about Obama was this medical intervention, and the reason why I said that is because okay, on one end, it's cool that people would that have that already have issues can be
Pre-existing,
covered,
yeah,
right?
pre-existing
Pre-existing.
conditions.
Okay,
Hmm.
but see, what fucks that up was in the same token. Okay, but then you put a penalty on people, and you're forcing everybody to get medical insurance. So
Right,
it's like, okay, this shit is kind of fucked up here.
right.
All right, exactly. See, I'm being
Hmm.
fair with it. I know what's up.
Hmm.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I would have to go back. Like right now, I would have to go back and actually go back to under Obama administration
Hmm.
and do some research and find out. Like, okay, did this Social Security stuff start with Obama? Like, what was going on when Obama was here? Did this start with him? I don't know.
Cause I know. There was a lot of things that was passed that a lot of ideas that Obama had did pass, but inside the bill were other little sneaky little stuff
Right,
that we didn't know that at the time Congress snuck in. They
right,
they snuck in it, you know, and it passed and it went through and stuff like that. That's
right,
all. That's all because they didn't either Congress didn't know it or they didn't read the whole damn thing, the whole damn bill.
right,
Whichever the case, it still got passed.
right.
And yeah, we got what we wanted, but there was some other stuff that we didn't want that we got too.
Exactly.
And a couple of those things don't even have to be repealed or can't be repealed until it expires. And some of them don't expire until 2023. 2023.
I
Once
mean,
once they expire, then Trump can revisit it and repeal it and have it repealed and get it off of there. They were. I
hey,
mean, the Congress back in during the Obama administration, man, they was a trip, and
hey,
and
look, like
and
I said, I don't know.
and they tried to
I will
fix it.
have to.
But see, that's why the whole Donald Trump thing, man, situation, dude, the whole presidency, man, it screwed up the Democrats. That's why they so mad now, cause it screwed them. Because they had all the intentions of the world of having Hillary Clinton as president, and the American people said, "Nah, you're shoving her down our
Could
throats. We don't want her."
could be. Could be, could be, but like I said, in the day, I don't see. This is the thing. In conclusion,
Hmm.
what I'm trying to say here,
Okay.
conclusion, and I'll make this quick.
Okay.
I know you said you don't have to provide the facts. All right,
Hmm.
I'm what I am is I'm not one of these people that you probably been debating with that just, oh, I don't like Trump, and that's just it. Nope. I'm the type of person. Display me some facts.
Hmm.
If you can display me some facts, I will be on the front line with you with Trump right now. Because guess what? whoever crossed my path, I'm going to say, hey, guess what? Yep, Trump got a bad toupee. But guess what? He done this, 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 this. The average person going to say, how do you know? I'm going to pull this shit right out.
Mhm.
Boom.
Mhm.
Look at this.
Mhm.
According to this is what he done. According to this what he done. According to this what he done. What you're saying, what you're doing is saying, hey, I know this, I read this, I don't got to provide this, this what it is. We don't know that.
Well, no. Well,
So
no.
just like
What
when
I'm
you ask
no,
me,
no, no. I disagree. This is what I'm saying. I don't want everybody to take my word for it. I don't want that. I want everybody to sit and research
mm,
and look through the internet and look at news articles and videos. I want them to do the research. I want them to do the work just like I did the work. And
like
then
for example, right now, this is what I'm.
and then
Go ahead.
come to me and try to debate me for it. That's what I want. I don't want
Now
people
for
to take my
example,
word for it. I don't. I really don't. I encourage them to
for
research.
for example, and this is a bad example to a certain extent because internet is internet. All
Yeah.
right, but per example, now I'm the person calling in, and I'm going against you. Hey, you know, screw Trump. All right,
Mhm.
you hit me with, well, why you don't have no, you know, you don't have any facts. I know for a fact Trump done this, Trump done that, Trump done all this stuff for black people.
Mhm.
And I say, well, where the facts at? No, I don't want you to take my word for it. Do your own research. Okay, now guess what? I go hang up, and just this couple minutes, and this is just 2 minutes because I wasn't even trying to go here,
Uh-huh.
but this couple minutes, I just typed in on a search engine, Google,
Okay.
simply what has Donald Trump done for black people? And there's nothing. There's 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 links that's showing about what to do to get their vote and all that. Right? Now that's just the surface. I haven't really went into it. So the point I'm proving is if you have the if you have the resources that for a person on the outside to access, then I can access that. You stand behind this man. You know for a fact this what it is. You have the facts. Just like when you just asked me about, do I think that the elderly and the Social Security has been affected? It started way before Trump. I can't sit. See, I would be wrong if I sit and tell you, no, it started with Trump. Obama got to do it. See, now I'm not talking from facts. I'm talking from a standpoint of liking Obama or not, and that's not what we're here for. We're here for facts. So I'm trying to explain to you, if you can just take out a couple minutes to think about it. All
Okay.
right. I
Right.
understand that it has to be a panel that he has to vote through this through. I get that he cannot just pass and do anything he wants to do. I get that. What I all I'm trying to get, I mean, I don't want to win all battles. I just want to take a little bit. What I want you to see is that if Trump never ever suggested or recommended anything, these things not happening.
Okay. So going back to your original question, which was what has Donald Trump done for the
Yeah,
African American community? Is that the question that you asked me?
yeah.
I'm trying to get it right. Now I have an article from 2019 from Blade.
All
And
right, but Blake, all right,
what is the Blade? Apparently it's a news
2019. I'm from 2019. All right,
and
what did it say?
Toledo Blade. I'm sorry, the Toledo Blade. And it asked, it was saying
Mm,
what what Donald Trump has done for the black community. And it says since Mr. Trump's inauguration, the U.S.
Okay.
economy has created a whopping 1,017,000 jobs for African Americans, including many here in Ohio. Today, the national black unemployment rate is at an all time low of 5.5%. Unemployment for black women is even lower at just 4.4%. More importantly, the overall black white employment gap is smaller than ever. It is great to see so many African American men and women back in the workforce. In addition, President Trump's Opportunity Zones initiative is spurring even more growth in underdeveloped communities nationwide through targeted tax incentives. The initiative is projected to generate about 100 billion of private investment in communities that need it most. Also, it talks about the First Step Act, which reforms to address the what is this which is supposed to
Okay.
help
Give me a call.
people um, that have been in prison to improve their rehabilitation and allow nonviolent inmates early release credits for good behavior more easily. Thanks to this legislation, the nonviolent inmates now will be equipped with the professional and social skills they need to become productive members of society after their release.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump understands that the foundation of economic success is a quality education. That's why he has signed a $360 million grant to help historically black colleges and universities last year, the most that any president has ever appropriated for the HBCUs, including America's first black president, Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Now, reading that, what do you have to?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to come up with the article. I'm trying to come up with the article right now. I'm I'm trying to come up with the article right now. Actually,
Okay. Well, the way I found that article
I'm slow on the phone.
is I put in exactly what you said you put in.
And he knows that he said he's proud of. I'm listening.
You said, what has Donald Trump done for the black community? That's what I put in the search bar. And the second article that came up was from the Toledo Blade from 2019, actually from November 16th, 2019. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
sorry, November 15th. I'm sorry.
okay. Now. Okay. Okay. Now I'm back on speed. I'm back speed. Now, just with that long statement you just read. Now, let's go here. The job market is strong right now with a 4.1% unemployment rate, and President Trump knows that. Okay, in the State of Union address, the same one you're talking about, he stated how he's proud of African American unemployment stands and the lowest rate ever recorded, and also Hispanic American unemployment rate has reached the lowest level. And he's bragged about how he's taken full credit for this. He made an also speech to the American Farm Bureau Federation that he is taking credit for this. All right. However, fact check this. The claim that he's making is not true. The numbers are right, but it's not true. It says right here the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is right about African Americans' unemployment rate hitting record low. That is true. That's all. That is true. He's also right about the Hispanics' unemployment rate and the percentage. He knows the numbers. That is true. But this is not Donald Trump. He's implying that he is the cause of the low African American and Hispanic employment rate. And that claim that those rates have been falling for long before Trump took office, and their decline doesn't appear to pick up the speed.
Well, okay, we can do that.
Indeed, both of these rates fallen relatively steadily since around 2010 and President Obama tenure in the White House. Boom. So have the unemployment rates for all races and ethnic groups tracked by the Labor Department. In general, these unemployment rates tend to move together. So while Donald Trump called out African Americans and Hispanic employment rates that haven't changed in a remarkable way, relative to other groups in unemployment rates.
Meaning,
So that just totally contradicts that statement. So when you say what Trump did for black people, we don't know that that's what he did, because like your article is implying that he did. This article is saying no, he's taking credit for something he didn't do.
so you're saying that. So what was what was the uh, what was the name of the website that you even got that fact check from?
Okay, when you go on the Toledo Blade, it's hard. You can't just go on the Blade and look for Donald Trump's speech. It's hard. So you gotta go on the Blade like you did, and you gotta keep scrolling down. And you gotta keep scrolling down. You might have to type in unemployment rate blacks for Donald Trump. Okay, when you do that, when you hit a link, they're going to talk about it. But he's taking credit for this. Well, in the paragraph, there's going to be a fact check link that you hit. When you hit the fact check, there's another screen that pops up, and it shows the technical numbers and what's really going on, which is Trump is taking credit for something that he didn't do. So at the end of the day, what I'm focusing on is one small portion. I'm not trying to win. If we had 10 battles today in conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to win one. I don't care about losing all 9. All I want to get you to be at is, I agree that a group of people have to vote on things, and that Trump does not make 100% decisions on his own. I get that. I even give you that he don't have the intelligence to do this and that. I even give you that. Even though I kind of disagree on some of it. But guess what? I give you that. But what I'm saying is, if he never mentioned anything or suggest, however you want to say it, if he never suggests, mention any of these things to his panel, the things that American people are going through today, they wouldn't be affected by it.
So what I got to say is this. Again, I'm asking the question: What is the site that you got the fact check from?
Okay? So what I did, sir, is I typed in the Toledo Blade.
Uh huh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to scroll through many links while you were reading because I'm trying to find the ad versus you trying to screenshot and send it to me or try to share it with me. I'm trying to find the ad. All right. I couldn't find it. All right. So then I typed in Donald Trump taking, saying employment rate low in Toledo because of Donald Trump. All right. Then a link from the Blade came up. In this link, when you select it, when the Blade come up, they're talking about it. All right. Then there's a section that you hit, and it pops up another screen. It's called a fact check screen. Matter of fact, I share this with you right now. And when you get on this here, then it goes in detail about what you're saying, which is he is taking credit for something that he didn't do. He just it's the same thing like the coronavirus. People today are now saying because Trump is in office and this is going on, then it's solely his fault because he's in office. It's the same thing. Now, do I agree with that? No, but it's the same thing. So because you're in office right now and the employment rate is low, you're trying to take credit for that. Been on. This already been processed. Just like you told me about security. Do you think that this started with Obama and not just Trump? It might have been. I got to do the research. Yeah.
The reason is because there's always going to be some mom and pop fact check uh, website
That's true.
that's going to dispute anything anything that Trump says. You know, but I was just showing that.
Or the opposite now.
Hold on, just a second.